Hello and welcome. This is Japan, and we're back to our TEW second part finale of the Devil's Playground. We did another year. We're in the 2027 year, so we're going to see how a year has changed everything around us. I think we'll start obviously looking at the awards, and then I think we'll start looking at the other places, and we'll go from there. So, male wrestler is Cody Rhodes, female is Rhea Ripley, kind of spot on. WWE is the thing. The male tag team is Ray Phoenix and Penta. I think that's probably them both in AEW still. Women's tag team is Lena Vega and Maxine Dupree. I actually don't think that's too bad. Match of the year was Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley, and Io beating Rhea. I could honestly see that being a match of the year thing. Show of the year was WrestleMania. Makes sense. Young male wrestler was Javon Evans. AZM on the women's side. Male was Mystico, which was Sin Cara. Then we have Becky Lynch, Most Improved Company, not us this year. Um, Keto, Kato? I don't actually know. Male Manager of the Year, interesting. I don't think there's going to be anything with us in here. I don't know if we had anything crazy happen. A lot of our stuff here went, but nothing too bad, I guess. Looks like a card sheet went to Stardom at some point. Can't access the. Yeah, that's fine. So let's go look at the WWE. We'll look at the titles. They still don't run these. I don't know why it doesn't do it. Cody Rhodes has it after defeating John Cena. I actually think this could be the actual reality of things. Cody beats John, and then John Cena beats Cody, then Cody Rhodes beats John Cena at some point. I could see that. Maybe Randy Orton spiced in there. Another title reign of Jey Uso as IC title. Damian Priest took it off of Dominic. That was the person that we saw last year that had it, and then he had it for quite a long time, and now Jay's had it since then. Speed Champion went from Trick Williams to Dragon Lee again. This will be his second reign in real life. In this game, it's his first reign. Tag Team Champions is Apollo Crews and Otis. That is an interesting choice. I don't think I looked at the tag teams last time. Maybe only the other ones. No, I did. It was the Bloodline, and they seem to have had it a couple times. Uncle Howdy and Lexus King is a weird team. United States is Javon Evans. He took it off of Champa, who took it off of Solo Sokoa. So not a lot of changes, honestly. Women's champion is now Zelina Vega. Last time we saw it was Tiffany Stratton and Roxanne Perez had it, and it looks like Perez had a second reign, and Zelina Vega took it off of her. That's kind of an interesting choice. Tag team champions are still them, or did they? Oh, they lost the title to KC2. Okay, they flipped it, but I was like, man, is that actually what it was? That's kind of crazy. Women's champion is now Becky Lynch. Ivy Nile was the last one that got it. Io Sky took it from Ivy Nile, and then Becky took it from Io. Not a bad choice. The World Heavyweight Champion's back to Seth Rollins, who's almost had it for a year. He took it off of CM Punk. That actually would be pretty fitting. And the men's tag team is LA Knight and Carmelo Hayes. They took it off of Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee, who took it off of Finn and Dom, who took it off of Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins. So there's been a lot of changes in this one. Kind of like that. Let's look at Stardom. Let's go look at their titles. Honestly, we're just going to look at the two major ones. Sayuri's in there. She took it off of Tam. Tam had it last time, so hasn't really had much changes. And AZM took it off of Maka, which is not much of a change. So let's go to the Devil's Playground. Let's look at the roster. Roster looks pretty same. I don't see much of a difference so far. Kind of some of the same people. We picked up Mina Shirakawa. That's kind of fun. We picked up Misa. Those are all pretty cool people so far. I'm not against any of these pickups. I like all of these. We lost Saya at some point, so that's not fun. And we brought Fekla in. Okay, so like not a lot of change, but we did lose our champion. So let's go look at the tag team titles that was created by the CPU and has changed a couple times. Kind of cool, like that there's a whole title thing here. Doesn't look like a lot of defenses, but like a decent title chunks. This one's at 71 days. The Hounds of Horror. This was Tam last time. Mina Shirakawa took it off of Tam, and now it's to Mio again, who had a great title defense with us at 246. So that's kind of fun. Next up, the Reaper's Graveyard title. This was Saya's title. It was taken out by Noah, then to Wana, I always get her last name messed up, into a different Saya. I like this. It's changed a little bit, but not too crazy. Then the Youngblood title, which is the mid card title, has changed a little bit. I think I vacated this and got rid of this title, and then the PC brought it back, which is okay. It's not too bad, but yeah, the current title is Rico, who's had it for 22 days, so not too bad. Let's just pull up the whole company tour. Those are our top 5 stars. Not a bad thing. It kind of sucks that we lost Saya, but it makes sense. She probably was a little too expensive. Um, let's view the whole profile. Power structure has changed a little bit. They kind of moved some of the people around. Our size, we're eighth in the world in small, so they've been gaining some popularity. Yeah, they've gained quite a bit. I had put them all at 30 when I started this thing. So they gained quite a bit in 2 years or 1.5 years. All the titles is pretty good. They have a idol event. I don't know if maybe I missed it. We have a TV show now called Underground. That's kind of interesting. That's brand new. Show history, top 100, Lethal Pursuit. That is not anything that I ran. Very cool. Like they finally beat that stuff. Relationships. Does that really matter? No, that just means that they're upset. Product feuds. Okay, we got some feuds growing. I like that. Awards. Tam won Wrestler of the Year in the organization. Makes sense. Women's tag team, new one. Young wrestler. Okay, so we got some changes. Veteran wrestler is Mina. Makes sense. Match of the year was kind of an awesome tag team match right there. And then card of the year was Lethal Pursuit. We saw that. It beat Will of Fate. I feel like we could have probably gotten it pretty high. Don't worry about any of that. I think they did pretty solid. Product. I don't think we have a Hall of Fame, obviously. Alumni. And we have quite a few people. Oh, is HM? Did she leave? She did. I hate that for us. She was one of our OGs that really did a lot. And where did Saya go? She's currently back to Stardom, which I guess is fine. What is her match history? How long has she been there? Job history, I guess, also works. She went to Marigold in between that. That's kind of interesting. She left us in August, and she left Marigold in August. So I guess she had already signed with Marigold at the same time. Maybe she was also with Marigold when we grabbed her. I can't remember. That does make sense. Match history. So she's got a pretty solid year. She has the high speed championship over there. Okay. I mean, she's doing good. I hate that we've lost her, but it makes sense. And then we had a bunch of other people that we had come through the doors. Some of them, I think most of them were with us, but it does suck to lose a couple of the OGs, but it makes sense. I think that's basically it, for like our finale. I just kind of wanted to go through all of this and see how it went. This is just our little organization. I know people had been asking just to at least finish it off, at least to show what the future could have held, and I feel like it did pretty good. These titles did pretty solid. The prestige has always gone up. Obviously, can we compare the two? I don't even know if that's possible. I think both of them had a similar path. They ended up having the same amount of champions too, which is kind of interesting. 5 champions each. And I think the team's pretty good, but solid prestige. Everything looks great. I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, this has been Japan. This is gonna finish it out. We'll have some more TEW videos. I have some challenge videos, some different ideas that I've been wanting to do, but I did want to finish out this series so we could see the results of what our rebuild would have done. And I think it ended up being pretty solid. I think everybody did really good, and we honestly just had some solid momentum all the way through. So till next time, this has been Japan. Bye guys.